Missing IDs in your database can signal data corruption, failed imports, or deleted records. But finding those gaps isn't as simple as scanning one row at a time. Let's explore how to write a query that reveals every missing ID in a sequential column. There are two main approaches: window functions and self-joins. A self-join pairs each row with the next by joining the table to itself with an offset condition. This works but can be slow on large tables because it creates a Cartesian product before filtering. Window functions like lead or lag are more efficient. They access the next or previous row directly without duplicating the entire dataset. For this problem, lead is the modern, performant choice. Here's the core logic. We use lead to fetch the next ID in sequence, ordered by the ID column itself. Then we compare the current ID with the next ID. If the difference is greater than 1, we found a gap. This comparison happens in the here clause of an outer query, or a CTE. Notice we're ordering by ID explicitly, that's critical. Without ordering, lead would grab arbitrary rows and your results would be meaningless. The output should clearly show where each gap starts and ends. We calculate gap start as current ID plus 1 and gap end as next ID minus 1. If ID 5 is followed by ID 9, the gap spans 6 through 8. This structured output is what data audits and debugging workflows need. You're not just detecting gaps, you're providing actionable ranges. Don't forget edge cases. First, always filter out null IDs up front. Nulls break sequential comparisons and pollute your results. Second, if your IDs don't start at 1, your query still works because you're comparing consecutive rows, not absolute values. Finally, test with duplicates. If your ID column isn't unique, you may need distinct or a constraint check before running gap detection. Use lead to compare consecutive IDs, filter where the difference exceeds 1, and structure your output with gap start and end columns. Handle ennuls and ordering explicitly. Master this pattern and you'll ace the interview. Practice more SQL questions in the app below. Want to nail questions like this in your next interview? Interview Mentor gives you hands-on practice with real questions. Every answer gets a grade with specific, personalized feedback. Track your progress across topics and difficulty levels.